Hello and welcome to the course. I thought I'd add late an interesting introductory example of how to use Excel to analyze data out of Udemy. So what I want to answer is the question, who is my number one reviewer? Now, this may be easy for you to answer if you've got one course, right? You've got several reviews, and then who are your 5-star reviewers? Those are your top reviewers, so you only have 5 courses. Now, I've got 41 courses, and I've got, it's coming up on 4,300 reviews. So the question of who is my top reviewer becomes a little more complicated. And if you have several courses, it becomes a little more complicated for you. So we're going to begin with playing with the Udemy output. Let me show you how this works. So here I come to my reviews page. Now, I'm not going to hide the names of the reviewers, but you can find this out by going to the courses and listing. This is all public information, so I'm not going to blur it out or anything like that. So here are my reviews, and I can look at it and I can go through all 4,300 of them in order and see maybe if I could count up what's going on. That would take forever. But notice this over here. Well, first of all, actually notice that I can pick specific courses to list reviews for. I can pick specific star ratings that I want. I can pick, well, this doesn't matter what you sort by because you can resort later in Excel. But my point is that I can constrain my Excel analysis immediately by selecting what shows up in this report. And what shows up in this report can be exported to a CSV. Now, what is a CSV? That is a comma-separated value file. And that is literally what it is. So there are fields like the name of the course, the name of the reviewer, the star review, blah, blah, any comments that they had to say. These are all fields in a report, and the fields are separated by commas. So this becomes a comma-separated value file, which I can easily load into Excel, making each of the fields that are separated by commas cells going across or columns in the Excel spreadsheet. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you go to, first of all, once again, you can select the courses you want to see, the star values, all of this stuff. And then finally, what do you have on the screen you can export? Now I've got everything, all courses, all star values, I'm going to export to a CSV. And it asks me, do I want to do that? Now, what's going to happen is the CSV file is going to be mailed to me. So they do some batch processing in the background to do my query, and then they're going to send me the results to my inbox. And when I open it in my inbox, it will automatically be sucked into Excel. Now, this is actually kind of a weird part because I've had this part of the experience work differently for me over time. So here I am in my inbox, and here's my Udemy report generating was successful. And I can see that it's a review report for this particular date and time. Now, if I want to open it, I just click on download. Now, this is the part that changed. It used to be that when I clicked download, it would open the spreadsheet and it would allow me to do things, and I had to pick if I wanted to open the spreadsheet in Excel and things like that. Now, all of a sudden, through the magic of the passage of time, it automatically opens the spreadsheet for me when I click on it in Open Spreadsheet or Download Spreadsheet. Now, your process may be different. It may download to a file. In fact, let's see if we can get back to that. Here is the download. No, that's not of a spreadsheet. But what you might need to do is say Open on a download if it doesn't automatically open for you like it is for me. So here it is. It's automatically opened. And it has interesting fields like what's the name of the course, who's the reviewer, what's the timestamp for the review, what was the review, and what are the ratings. That's actually the 5 columns that are displayed in this report. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another worksheet in this workbook. Notice these tabs at the bottom. This is my data, and I'm going to press plus and get a new sheet. Now, what am I going to put in this sheet? I want the names of the students. So let's go ahead and click on this column and say copy, and then we'll go to sheet 2, and I'll go to column 1, and I'll say paste. There we go. There's our list of students. Now, what I want this to be is a unique list of students. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take column A, and I'm going to go to data, and then I'm going to say remove duplicates. And it says, yeah, I want to do this on column A. That is exactly right. Okay. And then it says 669 duplicates were removed, which is kind of interesting because I think I can tell how many records are in here. Here we go. Down here it has a count. So I can say there are 4,274 records. That's 4,274 different users that gave me reviews, and only 669 were duplicates. So that means that there weren't a lot of second reviews. So there we go. We have an initial interesting result from doing this analysis. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to go to column A. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to click OK. And then I go to column A, and I want to make this wider. So let's go to column width, and we'll say something like 64. That's a pretty good width. Wow, that is a huge width. Let's make it more like 50. Okay, so column width, let's make it 48. There we go, 46. There we go. That's a good width for the name. Now, what kind of analysis can I do? Well, here what we've got is this sheet over here is our data. And this sheet here, which is just called sheet 1 for now. By the way, I can right-click on the sheet name, and I can rename it to, let's call it analysis. And in fact, let's go to this sheet, click on the tab, and right-click on the tab and rename it to data. So we have data and analysis. Now in analysis, I'm going to create a new cell here. And what it's going to say is I want to know the count of the number of reviews that Yasmin Mero Corona left for me. So here we go. I'm going to say equal. This is going to be a function. So it's got to be equal to, and then we're going to say count is the function that I'm applying. I got to get my fingers on the keyboard. Count, but we're going to say if. So count if. And then we open the parentheses, and notice that Excel usefully shows us what is the next field we have to enter. That's the range. So count if what? Well, the range that I want is in data. And in fact, it is column B. So if I click on column B, notice it starts filling in the formula for me. So it's saying count if the data sheet, bang, column B through column B, and then let's put a comma. And here comes the next field. The next field is the criteria. So what is it going to match column B against? Let's go over to data. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to go to data. I want to go to analysis. And I want to say match it against column A. And in fact, I don't want to say column A. Let me completely remove this, and I want to match it. Whoa, comma. I want to match it to cell A2. There we go. So it's going to count all of the cells. Let's go back and review this function again. Count if data, bang, B colon B. That means count all of the columns or all of the rows in column B of the data sheet that have values that match Yasmin Mero Corona. And there was one. She only left one review. Now what I can do with this function is that it will move anywhere in this sheet. So I can say copy there. You know, that's actually a lot of students. Let's do this before doing that. One of the things that I suspect is that I might have had to have sorted this. So let's do this instead. I'm going to go here. I'm going to say sort. No, okay, right. Let's cancel. Actually, what I want to do is I want to sort all columns. So I'm going to choose this little triangle in the upper left-hand corner that selects the entire sheet. And I'm going to say sort the entire sheet by column A from A to Z. Perfecto. And did we get any duplicates? Hard to say. But anyway, what happens now if we go to column A and we remove duplicates? Let's see if we got any. Yeah, remove duplicates. From column A. And another 669 were found. That's interesting. So apparently that's what I needed to do, was to sort this sheet first. Now, what I've got to do is go down and find my formula, because I don't want to write it again. I'm being lazy. So here we scroll down, we scroll down, we scroll down. Ah, there it went. There's my formula. So I take that and I copy it. Okay, so I put absolute references in here. Now notice one of the things that happens if I use absolute references. It doesn't ever lose the location of this particular calculation. Come on, baby. There we go. You got the calculation done. And I can copy it and paste it over here. Now, one of the mistakes that I also made is that I've been pasting in this entire column, and the entire column means the entire sheet, which is gigantic. So I want to select this column and delete, then take this function, which is now movable and portable, copy it and put it into B through the end of my spreadsheet. Now, this could take a while to select. I'm just going to scroll. Okay, so instead of the entirety of column B, we're just going to put it in where there are values. There we go. That'll make this spreadsheet perform much faster. So now we have the number of reviews that every one of these sorted students has left. Now, let's try this again. I'm going to take this portable calculation and I'm going to paste it here. And it should say the same thing. Yeah, 1. Now I'm going to change it to sum if, meaning that I'm going to sum the values that are in a column. Now, which column? Once again, I'm going to compare data B, that range, with A1. And where it matches, now I've got, look, let me show you here. I've got a third argument to this function as opposed to countif. And this is going to be the sum range. What do I want to sum? And that's going to be, once again, data again. What I want to sum is column D. There you go. And let's make this, it doesn't really matter if we make it absolute. We're not going to be copying this around a lot. So you say now. So we say enter. And we see that she gave me a 5-star review. Now, once again, the portable function. So we're going to copy this. Wow, that took a while. And then I'm going to end up pasting it. So I can see, look at the reviews that people have given me. So 1 4.5 star. This was 3 4 stars. No, wait, I don't know what would. We're going to do another calculation that will show us what were the values of the stars. So how do we do that calculation? Here we say, this is going to be equal C1 divided by B1. Okay? So she gave me 1 5-star review, which averages 5-star reviews. Now or a 5-star review. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to copy it. Oh no, not again. And I'm going to paste that here. Now this is the average star review. So she gave me 1 4.5-star review. That means 5. Okay, she gave me 3 reviews No, somebody gave me, I'm not saying it's she, I don't know what that symbol means, but averaged 4 stars on 3 reviews. Here I got a 4 star, here I got a 5 star. So now what I want to do is I want to find out all the 5 stars in column D. How do I do that? Well, I select my entire sheet and I go sort by column D. Highest, not smallest to largest. We want largest to smallest. There we go. So here are all my 5-star reviews. What might even be better is let's go sort by column C, largest to smallest. This is the multiple of the number of reviews times the review rating. And look at this. I've got a person named Bernard who's left me 30 reviews. That's really quite impressive. Whatever happens in my courses, I need to take very good care of these people that are giving me top reviews. In fact, look at these that have averaged 5 stars on many, many reviews. These are the people that I need to be nice to. So that's the reason to do this analysis. This is how you find out who your top raters are. So you go through and you do all this analysis, you download the sheet, you create this analysis sheet from the data sheet, and then you start referencing back to the data sheet for things you want to compare in your analysis sheet to do calculations. And it will end up showing you who is your best reviewer. So I'll see you in the next lecture, which is actually the start of the course. So welcome. I'm glad that you decided to learn with me. I'll see you later.